Hi everyone, I'm here to make this short video because I want to introduce you to this new product that I designed. I find it very interesting and I can't wait to show it to you. As you can see, it is a modular system for creating a Mimic panel, a control panel for train layout. It can operate in a very simple way by adding the motor to the turnouts and connecting to these modules. How to connect them? Inside there's a simple PCB, which in this situation is powered by a direct current power supply of 15 volts, 0.5 amperes, because they are only 3 switches, a little layout. So direct current as power supply, and then we have 3 pins and with a simple DuPont connector. And they are very common to find on the market on Amazon. To connect our turnout with the center, you have the neutral, and on the 2 side there's the commands. So, to position the cable in the correct way, you can simply rotate the connector 180 degrees. I'm going to make some tutorial videos on the installation part. Another interesting thing that I will now show you is that I have added some additional outputs and inputs. And what does this do? It allows you to use the controller manually, simply by connecting it to the switches. Or you can add, in this sample, an Arduino board has been wired to control the system digitally. In this system, I connected to Arduino only the 2 turnouts on the bottom. The third turnout was set aside to show that the system can grow gradually, meaning that's not necessary to connect and wire the entire model, but only parts of it can be wired to an external source. 2 buttons have been programmed in this case. They can be programmed however you want. In this sample, we're programmed to place the 2 turnouts in the same position, so that it would be like a route. If you imagine a fairly complex model, by pressing a button, the entire series of turnouts can create a route by positioning correctly and ensure that the track is complete. So, we have the 2 turnouts in one position and then in the other. So, as you see, these are set to allow the convoy to go straight. In the other, however, the 2 switches are positioned to divert. Naturally, I can still operate it manually, and the command works even if the switches are not both in the other position. So, I can still use it, and the other switch works by itself. Another interesting thing in this one is that it has been inserted a backlight. I don't know if you can see it, but the convenient part of the outputs and inputs is that on one side we can place, in this case, a digital input. And anyway, any 5-volt input can be used as a command. Furthermore, we have the possibility to use the outputs as feedback for electronics like Arduino. So once the switch is moved, the electronics receive feedback on the switch that has been repositioned differently. And in addition, we have the possibility of connecting LEDs. In this case, a simple bulb LED has been installed, connected to one of the positions of the switch, and this allows us to connect to the model, for example, a traffic light that is synchronized in a very simple way with our switch. On the other hand, there is the possibility, in this case the bulb LED, but like a LED strip for example, to illuminate the entire section. The external finishing is this carbon fiber look that I really like, and they're really easy to light up because the bottom part is thinner. This makes it really easy, as you can see, to backlight. As you can see, it's possible to illuminate the entire path using these outputs. Another thing that you can program with Arduino is automation for our model. This is possible with other consoles too. So, a series of switches change position timed or according to other variables. I can still manually use my control panel, as you can see. With feedback, I could even give a signal that if I intervene manually, some automations are interrupted or paused. So this is also very interesting. The system for using them is very simple. It consists of these grids that are provided in pairs, 2x2, 3x2, in various combinations to be fixed first on a plane, then create the holes for the cables to pass through. And at that point, you can connect the electronics and simply snap in to create our small panels. The models without electronics can naturally be inserted in a very simple way, and it's really easy to create a control panel. Right now, there is an online configurator in the link in the description to design your own panel so that you can plan it as you wish. Then you will find them on sale from the end of June on eBay on my usual channel. At this moment, for pre-orders, you can send an email to the address found below the configurator, and there's an offer where, for the purchase of 5 turnouts modules, you get 10 neutral pieces for free. Of course, when purchasing, you can choose the grids that are included within the piece, so the grids on which to secure it. I hope you like the project. I can't wait to see what the community will do with this project. For any information and for any question, don't hesitate to write me an email and I will reply as soon as possible.